COVID has taken this year.
Fuck you! Hello, everyone, in my Retaking Liberty audience. It is November 27th, 2020. I have an emergency message for the proud and the few, and hopefully soon to be the many, because I want this to get heard. This is not my idea. It was a very good idea of how we can help Donald Trump with his court cases and to get some real traction into these audits and these recounts. It was suggested by Jeff Van Drew, which is New Jersey's 2nd District. He was the congressman that went from Democrat to Republic because he really got to see what piece of shit the Democrat Party has become. So he suggested this. Everybody that voted for Trump, write a letter to Donald Trump stating, we demand a 50-state audit of this election. And if we could write these by the millions and get them to the president, he will have sufficient ammunition to make demands of these courts, especially the Supreme Court. And if you like, we can also send a letter to the Supreme Court demanding the 50-state audit in this case be heard. It's very simple. It's very fucking easy. In fact, I'll give you the addresses. The president at his house at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Northwest, NW, Washington, D.C., 20500. I'll repeat. Donald Trump, President of the United States, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Northwest, abbreviation NW, Washington, D.C., 20500. Now we can also write to the Supreme Court of the United States, SCOTUS, which is 1 First Street, Northeast, abbreviated NE, Washington, D.C., 20543. I will repeat, SCOTUS, Supreme Court of the United States, 1 First Street, Northeast, NE, Washington, D.C., 20543. We need to do this, because I am not about to lay down and let this thieving piece of shit Joe Biden run roughshod over us when he becomes president, if he becomes president. We cannot allow this man to fucking railroad us into letting him be president. It's not only him. You got the globalists, the New World Order, the elites. He's got people behind him pushing this. Remember, and this is like my brother even says, the Republicans and the Democrats, for a lot of them, it's like how pro wrestling is. They hate each other, they go out there, they beat each other senseless, and then when they get backstage, they're buddy having a beer together laughing. That's how our government is. They act like they push and shove and don't like each other and fighting all the time, but when the cameras are off and the doors are closed, they don't give a fuck. All they know is they're ripping us off and getting rich and ha ha ha. You know, come on. How hard are you going to fight somebody that agrees with you that you're allowed to have insider trading as a government official, which would be conflict of interest? That's why they make winners and losers, because they want to fund these losers and get rich. Well, anyway, that's what I'm here to talk about. I'm talking about the best president we had in modern fucking history since Ronald Reagan. Getting railroaded out of office because he was rejected by both parties, essentially, because he was doing for the people instead of the parties. That's how our government's been working for the past 20 to 30 years. Even longer, but very bad for those 20 to 30 years. Now they have a man in there, they can just stick their hand up his ass and work him like a fucking puppet, and they'll do whatever the fuck they want, regardless of what the people really want. Donald Trump was set to win the biggest landslide probably in American history, and it was stolen from him. Why do you think all those districts stopped voting in the middle of the night? Because their friggin' algorithms were crashing. They couldn't keep up with the win totals that Trump was getting. They had to realign everything. That's why he was only winning by 0.1%, 0.2%, a few thousand votes. Because if they did the normal 3%, from what I understand it's supposed to work like, it would have looked ridiculous. Come on, a man that didn't get out of his fucking basement can't fill a fucking gymnasium when he does a rally? Donald Trump puts 30,000 people in the seats, fills arenas at his rallies? That's the man that beat Donald Trump? You know that's bullshit. There's no fucking way that a man that brought no excitement, no enthusiasm, and couldn't get a fucking real audience beat the man that's been fucking king of rallies for the past 5 fucking years. Even in New Jersey, he had 100,000 people demanding seats. You had some like 80,000 people show up to where a place only 1,500 can fit. Because New Jersey only has that little venue down in Atlantic City. I think that pavilion. I'm pretty sure that's where he was. I'm not 100% sure, but it's not really important. What's important is we write these fucking letters and get our point across. We don't believe this bullshit, and it's going to be fucking hell to pay. Don't let them think for political expedience they're going to push Joe Biden through that fucking finish line without retribution. You think those little soy boys and piss ants running the streets for Joe Biden didn't like Donald Trump? You think those were piss ants compared to what's coming? If you fuck us over, do what's right and demand what's right be done. I'll repeat it again. The president at his home, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Northwest, Washington, D.C., 20500. I will repeat that. The President of the United States, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Northwest, Washington, D.C., 20500. Supreme Court of the United States, SCOTUS, 1 First Street, Northeast, Washington, D.C., 20543. We'll repeat again. Supreme Court of the United States, SCOTUS, 1 First Street, Northeast, Washington, D.C., 20543. Let's do what the fuck we can. It's easy enough. Write the letter, print it on your computer, stuff it in an envelope, put a stamp on it, get in a fucking mailbox and do it now. We don't have much time. Remember, December 14th, they certify many of these elections and pick their electors. We need to get this done lightning fast. I'm not waiting. My letters are waiting to go out in the morning. I'm not fucking playing. They let this become stolen, we will be Venezuela, a banana republic, as sure as I'm sitting here yelling at you. We gotta get this fucking done. Trump has got to get his rightful space in the presidency and in history. Remember, he brought us energy independence. He brought us 3.2% unemployment, 7 million more jobs. Then there were people to fill them because the flat-ass society is at 3.2%. Yes, there are some people that can't work for whatever reason, but there's some that just don't want to get up and want the free ride. And we're at 3.2% before COVID-19 hit. We were doing a lot of great things. We're making traction in the world. We had no new wars. We had 3 Arab states recognize Israel and want to do business and be Israel's friend. You know, Donald Trump was up for 3 Nobel Prizes for his work he's done with North Korea and the Middle East and Israel. 3. He hasn't gotten any. The news hasn't told you about that, but he was nominated. Barack Obama got one for doing shit, and he fucked the Middle East all up. Probably for generations. Donald Trump got us a lot of good things the fucking media will not tell you about. But they'll tell you this fucking thieving cocksucker that's been there 47 years is the guy that's going to make change when he's been the fucking problem. He's not an agent of change. He's the agent of the same old steal from the people, put it in your pocket, and do the bidding of our fucking enemies. He's China's butt buddy. That's why he always says they're no threat, they're no competition, they're not this, not... No, they're only stealing our jobs and our intellectual property and devaluing their currency. It's ridiculous. I guarantee you, with Joe Biden, we won't be energy independent. We'll have $5 a gallon gas again. We'll be in fucking wars with the Middle East especially. He'll be buddy-buddy with all our enemies. He'll turn the world into a piece of shit. Just remember, just because the media, CNN, MSNBC, CNBC, CBS, ABC, the feces TV, because they're shit. Remember that. These news people are fucking feces. That's why I don't put it on my TV, because it'll stink. It's shit. These are the people that are telling you that Joe Biden's the guy for this country. The guy that brought his son around the world to fucking bilk these nations and put it in his pocket. Why do you think we weren't allowed to have any energy under Obama? Because his son, Biden's son and Biden and probably Obama and the rest of the Democrats were getting rich by getting kickbacks for selling gas and oil to us and the rest of the world. They don't make no money when we're energy independent. That's why he says he's going to get rid of fossil fuels in this country. It's not for the Green New Deal. It's because then they can get money for the imports. They'll get kickbacks. Don't you see how they're fucking us? I don't know how you cannot at this point. We had one guy that was fighting both fucking parties, essentially. He was like the super fucking warrior. He fought. He's still fighting. That man will not give up. And I guarantee if you steal this from him, he's not going away. He's going to be a thorn in everybody's side, and hopefully he'll run again in 2024, and he'll get fucking reelected in an even bigger landslide. But that's going to be hard to do, because you know these fucking pricks are going to try to rig it so another Republican can never be fucking president again. You watch how they fix it. And look at how many people are trying to commit fraud in Georgia to vote in the Senate election. They said they got over 1,000 people that used either post office addresses, UPS or FedEx addresses, or business addresses, and used P.O. boxes and office numbers as apartment numbers to say that they're living there so they can vote in the election. Over 1,000. And you know what? It's a felony, and the maximum is 10 years in jail and a $100,000 fine. At this point, they ought to arrest these 1,000 people and charge them and convict them with the maximum. Make examples out of these motherfuckers. Because if you let them get away with it, why the fuck, how do you have election integrity if you don't even do that? Nobody gets in trouble anymore for doing fucked up shit. Except the little guys like us. Get caught speeding. You know, the fucking governors are making laws. If you fucking shoplift under $1,000 or $750, Oh, we won't arrest you because you probably needed it. It doesn't fucking matter. You break the law, you get prosecuted. And I'm not saying for us little guys too. Every fucking buddy. We're tired of it. We're going to be out there with fucking torches and pitchforks pretty soon if people don't get the justice that they deserve. We deserve to see these people in jail for fucking us over, fucking this country over. But does it happen? No. Why isn't Clinton in jail? Why isn't Biden and Hunter fucking in jail? Joe Biden and Hunter Biden. Why aren't they in jail? Why isn't John Brennan in jail? Why isn't Comey in jail? I mean, these people at least fucking committed perjury. And you throw fucking Michael Flynn in jail for perjury. You threw other Republicans in jail for perjury. But I don't see no Democrats going to jail for fucking perjury. And they've been doing it the whole fucking time. Son of a bitch, we need justice. Real justice. Start by getting these fucking letters to the president. And get these elections squared up. Demand a 50-state audit. And demand it now! This is retaking liberty. You better help on this one. You're running out of time and running out of options.
I am a pen in the phone.
He's the president. He can do what he wants.
Turn the freaking phone, okay?